to make a fun pattern, this craft is super fun, and I know you're just gonna love it whenever you do it. Hello everyone, welcome to your first day of skills. My name is Pastel. As you can see by our studio, this skill is all about getting creative. And each day you'll join us for an instruction video that will give you an overview of the activity you'll complete for that day. You may have noticed that you've received boxes with some supplies. And one of your boxes should signify the creative skill. In this box, you'll find 3 important things. First, a camper instruction card that lists the supplies you need. Second, the supplies for some of these activities. And third is a card for your parents. Each day that you join me here in the studio, there's a camper card. This card will list specific steps that you can follow as well as the supplies you'll need in order to be creative. Now, I want you to use your imagination. It might be one of the most important parts of this skill. I'm sure you've heard dozens of stories about dragons and princesses before, but have you ever made them? No? Well, today I'm gonna show you how to do it, and then you'll get to do it on your own. Let's get started. First, you'll cut a small section from the end of a craft stick and round the end with scissors, just like this. Now to make the head of your dragon, you're gonna pick up your first pipe cleaner and you're gonna fold the end of a pipe cleaner around in a circle to make a little ball. So give it a tight little squeeze and just keep rounding. Keep rounding, and then we're actually gonna overlap it this way to give the head a little bit of dimension. And you're actually gonna leave the end right here as a neck. So we're just gonna leave that guy and let him stay put. Here's my example. Next, we're gonna take a second pipe cleaner and wrap it tightly around the neck. So again, we're gonna add a little bit of volume to our dragon. And just give it a tight wrap around here, just like so. Now you should have a little bit left from this first pipe cleaner and a whole lot left here. And we're gonna start wrapping it around the body of the dragon. So once you've got your craft stick in place, you're just gonna twist that over it to cover up all of the wooden space. Use all of the pipe cleaner there, and then you're gonna pick up one more. So with your third pipe cleaner, I'm actually gonna tuck it in here so that it stays in place. And then I'm gonna keep on wrapping until the whole stick is covered. All right, so you'll have something that looks a little bit like this. Feel free to spread them out too, so if you need to cover more of the area, you can space out some of that pipe cleaner. And you can tuck it in like I did. I just kind of tucked it inside here, but you can also put in a little bit of glue just to hold it in place. Now this last pipe cleaner, I'm gonna cut a few sections to make our feet and also the tail. So I'm gonna add 4 legs. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this piece right here is actually gonna be our tail. So I'll come back to that. And then with our glue gun, parents, this is a great time to help out because it can be a little tricky. I'm just gonna place a little bit of hot glue onto our dragon. And there is his first leg. Feel free to bend the leg too. Make it look like he's running or flying or jumping. That gives him a little more fun. And I'm gonna do the same thing with each of the legs. So I'm gonna put 2 on each side. I'm gonna bend this one just like that. And there is our first side of the dragon. Whoop, it's wanting to stick. Perfect, just like that. Next, I'm gonna flip them over and do the same thing on the other side. Dab it on there. And then I'm gonna put the 4th leg on there just like that. All right, and now we are ready to add a few wings to our dragon. I have a few pre-cut pieces right here that we can use. And it comes with a sticker on the back, so I'm just gonna peel that off and place a wing here. And on the other side, I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna peel this back side off and place it in a similar spot like we did on the other side. And a little helpful trick if you're trying to figure out how to cut the shape of your wings, kind of picture the top of an umbrella. That's kind of what helped me. Next thing I'm gonna add are some googly eyes. So again, this is another hot glue gun moment. If you need some help, that is a-okay. Just be nice and careful with it. And I'm gonna place the googly eye right here. And then add one more to the other side. And we're getting really close to the end of our dragon. So the next thing we're gonna add, I've cut a few pieces here. These are our feet. They kind of look like little duck feet. Your feet can look however you like. They don't have to look like this. And I'm just gonna stick them right there on the end. These are the peel apart kind too, so I've already peeled these off. And you're just gonna place them like that until you have a little foot on each of your pipe cleaner legs. And I know what you're thinking, I wonder when we're gonna add the tail. Well, we're gonna add it right now. So if you wanna tuck it in there, you can. Tuck it into the other pipe cleaner. I'm actually gonna add a little bit of glue so that it stays on there nice and easy. I'm also gonna curl it a little bit. I want my tail to have a little bit of curl to it, so you can do that. So once I add my glue, I'm just gonna stick it right in there in between the wings. It's kind of sticking out the back. And then I've actually also cut a few horns for our dragon, so I'm gonna add those too. We've got 2 of those. I'm gonna add them on each side. And once you have that, once you add your little details, your finishing touches, you have a completed dragon. But we're not gonna stop there. We're gonna keep moving to work on our princess. So with that, you're gonna take your pipe cleaner. You can use any color you want because princesses do come in all shapes and sizes and colors, and we're gonna twist it in half like this. And once you make a little loop like so, you're gonna twist that as well until you have a tiny little loop, just like that. That's gonna be our princess's head. So that's the first step. With your second pipe cleaner, these are actually gonna become the arms. And so about halfway through the pipe cleaner, we're gonna start twisting it around the other. Just like that. We're gonna give her a little bit of structure here in the middle. And that can also help you adjust the length of the arms. My arms still feel a little bit long, so I'm gonna trim those actually. 1 and 2. And that takes care of the body for the most part. So we're gonna move on to her dress. With this, it's really important to figure out where the center of your napkin is. And so I'm just gonna make sure I know where that is. It's right here. I'm gonna keep my eye on that. And from this point right here, I'm gonna start folding, kind of like how you would fold a paper airplane or a fan. Just gonna keep folding it, knowing that this is the center of my napkin. You can even twist it if you want. You can give it some texture, make it a good fluffy dress. It's always fun. And then I'm gonna unfold it just halfway. So I know the center of my napkin is still right here. And from this point, we're actually gonna cut a little loop. That's gonna become the hole where she sticks her head. So, just like so. I'm gonna make it tiny, but also big enough for her to fit her head well. Just like that. It's about the size of your finger even. And then I'm also gonna cut 2 small slits right here on either side. Not touching the loop, but right beside it. That's gonna actually be where she sticks her arms. And then to test the length of the dress, I wanna make sure it fits her okay. And I notice her legs are a little bit long. You can either trim her legs. Either way, you're gonna make sure that the dress is a little bit longer. It's gonna help her stand up straight. So I'm just gonna give her a little trim. It's okay, it doesn't hurt her. And I'm gonna stick her body through the holes. You can see that her head fits nice. And then I'm gonna bend the arms a little bit, kind of like how you would put on a t-shirt. So we're gonna stick her arms through here. There's one. And there you have it. There it is, it's on her body. And so now we're gonna give it a little bit of shape. I have a blue string here. You can use any color you'd like. I feel like this will look really nice with it. And I'm gonna place it on top or right underneath her body so that I can tie it around her waist. This will add some shape to the dress and also help her stand up a little bit. So take your time here. You can add a bow, you could tie it in a knot, whatever you're feeling. I'm gonna do a little bow right here. And once you have tied it there, you have a completed princess. You can fluff her dress up a little bit. This craft is super fun, and I know you're just gonna love it whenever you do it. So feel free to get creative as you make these. You can even come up with a story if you'd like. But with that, it's now time to grab your day one activity card and get to sculpting. We'll see you tomorrow and keep crafting.